So, last video of the night. What's going on, everybody? So, a couple things to go over with you. I was accused in 2014 of smoking meth. It wasn't. It was actually a situation where I was dating a girl. She came to me. Obviously, no guy likes seeing a girl cry. So, as she's crying to me that meth has destroyed her life, I start feeling bad, and I say, "Look, it's not that big of a deal. I smoked meth once too." And of course, it sounds bad, but that's like me saying that right now I'm sitting in front of a bag of weed. And of course, I'm not. I'm sitting in front of a hammer, zip ties, and a screwdriver. Now, in their mind, that means I'm caught. That is just like a situation where I was told, "Look, we have footage of you. There's a camera in your TV. You just straight got caught," which I didn't. I didn't even have a TV at the time. I was literally too broke to afford a TV. And of course, that's another situation altogether. There's been several extortion. I mean, there's things on my phone that they try to delete on a daily basis just to keep it from becoming public. That is literally how bad it has gotten. So I started this YouTube vlog or YouTube channel, whatever you may say, and I'm actually going to, in the process of getting a body cam and a GoPro, which are going to be used to record my day-to-day life. That way there's no confusion, there's no, well, what really happened is what it is. A lot of intellectual property theft has taken place against me in my past. It's a constant struggle, just trying to protect my privacy. And I've realized that the best way for me to protect my privacy is for everything to be public. We got, which I'm pretty sure there's probably going to be some censorship going on. I don't care. As long as it's there somewhere where people can view it, I really don't care. I'm not concerned about anything I've been accused of. I'll tell you what I've done in my past. I did smoke marijuana for a year. It was a bad decision. I smoked too much. It was shortly after my fiance had actually passed away. She was dying, by the way. So obviously, an attempt to cheer her up is an attempt to cheer her up, and I didn't care who thought what or what was being said about it. If that turns into smoking meth and building a porch, that is what it is. The woman meant more to me than any political nonsense bullshit ever would. So, basically, I smoked marijuana for a year. I did end up with a psychosis situation. It was a temporary psychosis. That's exactly what psychiatrists said to me. I thought I was being laced, in which a few times I actually did get laced. I did take video and things like that of these situations, recordings, which I'll be glad to post on YouTube. I really don't give a rat's ass. So, this is just kind of, cameras all around thing. And I kind of want to have my own little YouTube show about, general life as a peon. I did say that I was on methamphetamine when cops came to the house. I was never charged with marijuana possession. Even in 2010, they had documentaries of, federal authorities being kind of hesitant to interfere with state laws about marijuana, in which in Missouri, marijuana is a misdemeanor, and I got lucky, is basically what it boils down to. Am I glad of this? Yes. Am I proud of it? Probably not. But we're all human. So, basically, while I was in the psychiatric unit, in which actually a government-appointed disability psychiatrist declared me as mentally fit and stable. She said, yes, I agree with doctors. It was a temporary psychosis brought on by excessive marijuana use. And even at the psychiatric hospital, even though it's nobody's business whatsoever, the doctors exclaimed to me that you're not on methamphetamine. That is methamphetamine. And they basically pointed to somebody. And I said, okay. And, since then, a lot has been said and a lot of accusations has gone around. I'm here to tell you the truth now. I don't care what you think of me about it. It's not something that I'm trying to dwell on. It's in the past. I've moved on with life. I've buried a lot of good friends to drug addiction, so it's not something I take lightly. It's not something that I joke about. And to be quite honest with you, I think it's a very misunderstood thing in America, and continues to be to this day. And again, like I said, it's not a bag of weed, it's a bundle of zip ties. So, I'm actually getting ready to take a hair follicle here soon to kind of disprove some of the theories. Some of the theories was when I was driving truck, I was smoking marijuana on the job, which I wasn't. In which I will pretty well disprove that theory. I did have a smoker's cough. I recently quit smoking and started chewing, so I wouldn't have the smoker's cough, so I wouldn't have to worry about, being accused of marijuana use every time I lit up a cigarette. It sounds crazy, but it really is like a witch hunt. I've actually seen the definition of patent pending change twice since I started working on patenting the hydraulic flying car. There are hydraulic drones which didn't show up until after, I was talking about patenting a hydraulic flying car, but there, as far to my knowledge, is no hydraulic flying drones. We'll find out when the attorney goes to patent the car. So, am I a meth addict? No. In fact, the only time I've ever even been around meth was once. I was being a smart ass. I was a little bit steamed about, being publicly bashed for doing meth when I was just trying to brighten a dying woman's day. So that is truly sad. I joke about America being communist. I'm half serious about that, half not. There are things I like about this country. There are things that for a long time have been very wrong with this country. And a lot of it is a lot of public misuse of media and things like that. Over the years, you see a lot of people who are getting ready to go to court, and their stories are all over the news. I've heard it, nowadays they've kind of tamed down on that. It's more allegedly and stuff like that. Back in the day, it used to be, they did it. This is what happened. When I was younger, I wasn't quite as mature. I kind of used to go with the crowd on that kind of thing. But since having brushes with the media and the mob, as you would say it, they don't care. Their only objective is to destroy your reputation before you ever touch a courtroom. They don't care if you came up with something that was a decent idea and it was stolen from you. They are going to go where the money goes. That is the truth about it. That's 100% the truth. If someone is wealthy and they're looking to maintain their wealth, and your idea is their idea, because that is one of the major issues here in America. With wealth comes privilege, and with privilege comes unbridled power, which we have laws and we have the Constitution to deal with this kind of stuff. But the reality of it goes is it really doesn't work. It's a rampant problem here in the U.S. In fact, one of the founding fathers was given credit for an invention that wasn't even his. So that's been a thing since the word go. And I apologize to anybody who's in the military who doesn't like to hear this kind of stuff. You know, actually, most military people kind of agree with a lot of my views because